Santham Academy. Welcome to Digital Kaksha. To get updates on new videos, click the subscribe button and the bell icon.
Good morning students. Now we will discuss the another topic which is given in this chapter is Mahajanpad. It is one of the important topic we can say. During the 6th century BC, iron was used at large scale. Not only for the war purpose or conflict or disputes, but also it used in agriculture. As a result, the cultivable land was increased and the different dynasties expand their territories and they created a large empire which were further known as the Mahajanpad. Now first we will discuss about the Janpad and Mahajanpad. Janpad word is given in Prakrit language also and in Sanskrit language also. The Janpad word is derived, Jan means people, or you can say clans. Clans means kul or tribes. So Jan is normally belong to people. Pad is basically foot. Here it represents settlement. So where the people or clans or the tribe settled down, those areas were called Janpad, and the bigger type of these settlements were known as Mahajanpad. There are 16 Mahajanpad mentioned in Jain and Bodh texts, whereas there is a dispute, or we can say list somehow vary. But some of the common Mahajanpad were Magad, Vajji, Kaushal, Gandhar, Avanti and Kuru. So these are the some common, whether the 16 Mahajanpad are mentioned in different textbook, but these are the some common. So Magad had capital in Rajgrih. Rajgrih means Raja ka ghar, Rajgrih, that is the house of the Raja. Rajgrih, for later it shifted to Patliputra. Capital of Vajji was Vaishali. Vaishali was the capital of Vajji. Capital of Kaushal was Shravasti. Gandhar, capital of Gandhar was Takshashila. Capital of Avanti was Ujjain. And capital of Kuru was Indraprasth. So these are the some important, we can say important Mahajanpad are mentioned along with its capital. Most of the Mahajanpad were ruled by the king, or we can say they were following the monarchy system of administration, whereas some of the Mahajanpad were republic, like Kuru was. Some of the Mahajanpad were republic, like Vajji, Kuru, Mal and Sursena, where the representative somehow representative chosen by people, somehow controlling the administration. Some of the republic having the groups of the clans like Vajji. Vajji was ruled by the different 8 clans which were Vaideh, Lichvi, etc. And these 8 clans were called Ashtkulik. Some Mahajanpad had Gan and Sangh, that means oligarchy, where number of the people, that oligarchy is a concept of rule of few. So under this one, number of the peoples were ruling over there, and all these people were called Rajas. Every man or every people who were ruling were called Raja. And they had, every Raja had control over resources. The Mahavir Swami was also took birth in Jantrika, that was a part of the Vajji Republic. That was one of the clan of Vajji was Jantrika. The capital of Jantrika was Kundgram, where Mahavir Swami took birth, that is 24th Tirthankar of Jain religion, took birth in Kundgram. Same in the Shakya Republic, Mahatma Buddha took birth. Now these are the some brief information about the Mahajanpads. Now we will discuss about our one of the important Mahajanpad, that is Magad, because it was one of the biggest and largest territory of ancient India. Now we will discuss about the Magad and the different dynasties which ruled over there. Our focus will be remain on Mauryan dynasty. Now let's discuss about the Magad Mahajanpad. Magad is situated at a very strategic position which was somehow surrounded by rivers at 3 sides and mountain areas from one another side or southern side. Okay, because of the such strategic position and availability of the iron resources near to Jharkhand, present day Jharkhand, now Magad defeated rest of the Mahajanpad and became a prominent and important figure of ancient India. Magad was ruled by the different dynasties where there is a lots of the disputes among the historians, because we are not having enough resources or enough information about the different dynasty. But some common features of common dynasty which are somehow accepted by all the historians are Haryak dynasty, which was started by the Bimbisar and further succeeded by Ajatashatru. After that, Nanda dynasty, and the last ruler of Nanda dynasty was Ghananand, who was defeated by the Chandragupta Maurya, and he established a new empire, Maurya dynasty. After the Maurya dynasty, the Shunga dynasty was established by Pushyamitra Shunga. So these are the some 4 major dynasty who ruled over Magad. But because we already discussed the Maurya dynasty, somehow the biggest dynasty of that time period, and historians also having lots of the confusion, or we can say they do not have information about the previous dynasties, and somehow these dynasties were saturated up to some certain part of country. whether the Maurya dynasty was expanded from Afghanistan to Mysore. That's why it is considered one of the important topic of our subject matter. Okay. Now we will focus on Maurya dynasty. Now we will discuss about the Maurya dynasty, and everyone I think know that who established the Maurya dynasty. After the death of Alexander Sikandar the Great in 323 BC, so Alexander died in 323 BC. He invaded India in 326 BC and he fought with the Porus, the ruler of Kashmir. Okay. After his death, there was a disputes among the Greek generals for power, and Chandragupta Maurya took the advantages of such condition, and with the help of the Chanakya, he defeated number of the Greek rulers and established a Maurya empire. Chandragupta was coronated perhaps 321 BC. He ruled for next 24 years and died in 298 BC. After the death of Chandragupta Maurya, his son became the ruler of the Maurya dynasty, and he ruled from 300 BC to 273 BC. Already the empire was expanded from Afghanistan to almost southern tip of our country. There was no requirement to further invasion. He did not attack any of the further territories and had a very friendly relationship with other parts of the world. We can say especially the Greek and Europe, and number of the visitors visit and reside in India during his reign. After the death of the Bindusar in 273 BC, Ashoka became the ruler. Whether the coronation took place in 269 BC, that means after 4 years the coronation was somehow celebrated. Some of the historians believe that these 4 years he continued to struggle for getting the empire with his brother. After the Ashoka, the successor of the Mauryan dynasty like Kunal, Dashrath, etc., Vridrath, etc. were very weak and incompetent. That's why in 187 BC, the last Mauryan emperor Vridrath was killed by his commander Pushyamitra Shung and established the Shung dynasty. Some of the important feature we are going to discuss over here. The name of the Ashoka is mentioned only in my copies of Minor Rock Edict. Minor Rock Edict 1. In rest of the inscription, his name is mentioned as Dev Nam Priya. Dev Nam Priya, that is dear to God. Or in the some of the other inscription, it is mentioned as Priyadarshi. Or somehow it is written as Priyadarshi. That means these information we got through the number of the inscription that is mentioned Minor Rock Edict 1. Edict means that is a wish of ruler or order of ruler. So these are the some basic information about the Magad dynasty, which was ruled mostly by the Maurya dynasty, and how the Mauryan administration was handled by the different rulers, what were the sources of income, different policy related to religious policy, political policies and social issues we will discuss in next topic as administration system under Mauryan Empire. I think this information will be clear to you. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like, share and subscribe for more.